Hi and welcome to One Thing Thursday for August. My wife Bex and I have had an eventful couple of months. We decided to have an adventure and move across and live on the other side of the country. What we thought would be the simplest of chains wasn't, simply because of the pandemic and the supply chains and Brexit and all that mess. So 5 weeks ago we sold our place to avoid losing the sale and launched into 5 weeks of peripatetic living, which is just an excuse to use that word. We've basically been nomading around. I've always wanted to work that into a sentence, to be honest. We stayed with kind relatives in Airbnbs. We had a memorable week in a travel lodge during that really hot spell we had. Then, with the agreement of the developer, we moved in. We finally moved into our new build dream home. Before it was finished, and before we'd even exchanged. So it just shows you, if you've got trust between people, just what can be achieved. So we're living on a building site with no broadband or showers and running Quest from our mobiles with the great assistance of our team. It's a challenge and far from the dream of stepping into a pristine new home. But it does give me my One Thing Thursday theme. So that's a benefit. In Enter the Dragon, any excuse to use Bruce Lee. In Enter the Dragon, the character played by Bruce Lee is teaching a young student. He asks him to point at the moon. The student dutifully does so, while staring intently at his digit. Bruce admonishes him, "If you stare at the finger, you'll miss all the heavenly glory." It would be easy for us to stare at all the things wrong with our situation, all the ways it isn't the way we wish it would be, and sometimes we have. But when you put each moan beside the reason we moved, they pale beside its heavenly glory. We now live where we want to, and we love it. From our living room, we're treated to sunsets that just take our breath away. We intend this home to be the launchpad for many, many adventures. This will all one day be a funny story. We might as well treat it that way now. Have a great month.